Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Virtue's Last Reward. Today we're getting the F out of here by going to this door. Unlock. No, unlock. The lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? Yeah, let's do it! Just get it over with. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1! You found it! Good job, Chronos. Oh, thanks.
Hey, hold on a minute. There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine.
Okay.
We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
No.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. Huh. Look at the side here. There's a name or something. IG Replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Immunoglobulins? Any
Who
ideas?
knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
That would be sick. Of course. This means must be here so we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiotic girl, you know that? In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one.
Thanks.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes.
Apparently it is.
There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
Wow, Dio, way to be the moral compass. He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah.
The vial. Could you show it to me again? I didn't really get a good look at it before.
You're gonna try to steal it, aren't you?
You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Excelivir?
Excelivir. Yeah, definitely. As I spoke to pull the vial out of my pocket. See, it's written on it. Excelivir.
You really are an idiot.
Huh?
So I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. What a dick. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Dio slipped the vial quickly in his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it back
I
now.
don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game,
I'm gonna betray
you
you.
have to choose ally.
Oh, absolutely not. Ally? Wait, is that why you took the medicine? To blackmail me?
It's horrible. You're using Quark's life as leverage.
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back.
Kick him in the nuts! Like his eyes are closed. Just kick him in the nuts and then step on his throat and it won't be a problem. I didn't realize until they started to hurt that I curled my hands into a fist. If Dio would only give me an open, his eyes were closed, kick him in the nuts.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force. If
Why?
I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
Okay, but you're still dead. He patted his coat pocket.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Damn it.
That's not fair.
I'm still gonna betray your ass.
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever.
So, okay, let's say I do choose ally, and then you get back the Excelivir. I'm gonna tell everyone after we administer
It's
the
about
core.
one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage.
That's why I'm gonna vote
Unfair
betray.
you can be. So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
Oh, I promise. Fine, I promise.
Sigma.
Oh, I knew you'd say it.
I'm gonna betray his ass.
Glad you understand how this works.
Yeah, you're gonna be very sorely disappointed when I laugh when you smash that vial. I don't care.
Don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and, well, you know what happens. See you chumps later. I'm really
Bye.
looking forward to the next round.
Yeah, me too. With one last self-satisfied chuckle, Dio strutted out of the room. Why don't...
Are you really going to do what he said?
God, no! Yeah.
Sigma, You've only got 1 BP right now.
Oh, I do? I didn't even know that!
If we choose ally and he chooses betray...
I know. I'll drop to the -1 and that means I'll get penalized.
That means...
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? Well, that's actually very more heroic than I'd ever picture from you, Sigma. If we don't do as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will... Well, Quark will...
So you're going to die to save his life?
Absolutely not!
That's... Why would you do that?
In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. I'm gonna betray him! What are you, insane? So I'm assuming that's gonna be like the game over choice. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response. Oh, we're not even gonna go to the warehouse on this floor, huh? I'm not gonna pick Ally, are you insane? But, okay, if betraying him is gonna be the game over choice, then how am I gonna live? Because I'm a robot! Because beep boop, I'm a robot! That makes sense. In this timeline, now that I know that I'm a robot. At least being a robot has its advantages then. Though the fact that they can choke me out is a little weird. I can't overpower a couple people. What a useless robot! But I guess if I'm not gonna get, killed, then that's fine.
Next gate has been opened.
I mean, I'm still gonna betray him. Are you insane?
45 minutes remain until...
Why the hell would I give him the satisfaction?
Closes.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio. In one of his hands was the moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned, and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, I'm really looking forward to the next round.
Me too. Ugh. I glanced around the warehouse and nothing. Oh, there you guys were. Alice and Kay were back. As were Phi. And of course, Clover. Where's Ten and the rest of them?
In the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Ten Myoji and Luna are looking after him.
I see.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right. So what was your room, Sigma?
A laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yes!
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in it's Dio's pocket.
That you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Give me the option. My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Besides me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So, how'd it go for you? Find anything interesting? Finally shook her head. With a unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
Oh, okay.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice, Kay, and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelivir hidden somewhere in there.
Ugh, what a bastard.
And I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary, see how Quark's
Then
doing.
I will too.
Glad that's settled.
She nodded to Clover and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. Okay. How's it going? Okay then. Guess we should be going to.
Hold on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it.
Oh.
He wouldn't tell me anything about the lab, except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah. One sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
So, in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly.
I know, it is kind of rude of you, right?
This looks like some kind of research log. It's not going to be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today.
You never know.
It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
Like, the. Phi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
Wait, I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute.
Well, we got 40 of them.
Interesting.
Yeah?
All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What? What are they talking about? That? Why are they talking about
Not
that?
sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
Sure. And I'm para-listening. When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. Oh, that's right, the slow-mo, like, noisy bits. No, that was sped up, wasn't it? If we assume the brain currently operates at a 1-to-1 basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces it to a 1 that, or approximately 1.0408. Okay, this means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.445 seconds, or, that 6 has passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds have passed. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation. Okay, that's the symbol then, the root symbol. The function inverse to the taking of a power. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe or radical. Those infected by radicals eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of it is unclear, and although there is yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction of mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if they were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe... Oh, okay. That's... Okay, so that's why it said it was sped up. I thought for some reason it meant that they understood things slower. To observe and reason would become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the case, or cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of the virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we have been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means to treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide have piled up alongside the roads leading into and outside the town. That would be a horrific sight. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay. Are you not burning the bodies? Eventually. Right? And just kind of, like, you gotta get rid of this virus. You gotta get rid of the bodies. You just leave them there. Holy shit. The entire area reeks of stench of decay, and the sky is filled with a constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who have survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one. You wrote that shit in Latin? Whoa, that's a lot of information. Now we know that the virus does to you, though. If when you get infected, the brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's what, 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah? Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself. Yeah, that.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet.
Yeah?
What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written? I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Excelavir that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Okay. Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. It's not the first time. When was this thing written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions.
You mean like this one?
The newspaper article said something about...
Because is that where we are?
Too.
An underground shelter? I'm assuming it's no longer like the same year we were abducted and shit like that. We're in one of those shelters. Millions are dead, the world's ended pretty much.
After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities?
Yeah.
But this journal seems to suggest the opposite.
Really?
The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
Is Zero the government? You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters, which would mean we're all supposed to be unaffected. Okay, but Quark isn't, yeah. What we would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected, right?
Maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up?
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? But more importantly, what the hell are we playing this Nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, yeah. See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions.
Okay.
I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Oh, by the way, Dio has Excelavir. I had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind.
Okay.
You can tell me about Quark later.
Alright. And with that... she was gone! Man. I let out a long, tired sigh and started off towards the infirmary. Where I would say goodbye to Quark, because I'm gonna betray Dio. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition to the side of the Quark's bed. The journal and the thing Fi and I talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for the moment, the AB games were what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake, mine and Quark's. Those affected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him for a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Or perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthesizing him. Anesthesizing him? Yeah, forever. Did I say that? There were only one way to save Quark, and that was with the Excelsior. Unfortunately, Dio had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. The question was then what to do. Betray Dio, sacrifice myself for Quark, or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself. It was so faint I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa. Grandpa.
He shifted a little and fell asleep again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I even consider letting a child die in my place? Suddenly my cheeks felt hot. Don't you dare try to make me look bad, Sigma! Suddenly my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. That I had considered letting Quark die, even for a minute, was pathetic. You shut your goddamn perverted mouth, Sigma! There was only one choice, betray Dio! There had only ever been one choice, betray Dio! No way I was gonna leave Quark to die. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do, and that was betray Dio.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before
I like the sad music, though.
has passed,
Almost makes me feel human again.
It's time. You two should head back.
What about you?
I'm going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you gonna do if Kay and Alice vote betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
Ten's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. Alright, take care of Quark.
Of course, you worry about yourself.
I will. Let's go!
Okay.
Loon and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Ten and Quark behind. When we get to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
They're all closed. When we came in here before, one in the far right was open.
And that would mean...
That he went in, I guess.
Exactly.
That bastard. He probably had worried I might try and take the Alex Elevator from him by force, so he'd hid himself in the AB room. What a coward. I may not have to choose ally no matter what, but part of me still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Now he made sure I wouldn't get a chance to try.
Where's Ten Myoji?
Oh,
Am I not gonna get a choice? Luna explained Ten's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking betray.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Ten Myoji votes ally, I can't choose betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Kay continued briskly towards the AB room as if he simply hadn't heard Phi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the third room from the left.
I hope Alice is going to be okay. Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
I mean, She'll live either way.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot towards the second room from the right, and were soon out of sight inside. All right, Clover, time for us to go.
Okay, right behind you.
I sighed to myself and head towards the leftmost AB room. Start!
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do, and that is betray Dio! I'm gonna choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. I might be a robot. Just because Dio told us to Ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick Betray. Are you a goddamn idiot, Sigma?
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way. He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points.
Well, what about you? You've got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chooses Allies and we choose Betray, then you'd have 9 points.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up.
To be fair, I didn't realize it either.
I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is Ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelavir, even if you do what he says?
That's true. Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee he'll destroy that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran towards the voting machine. No! Stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backwards with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry. Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Not without their consent, anyways. Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die. Dio's going to kill you. You can't do this. I don't want you to die.
Dots?
10 seconds.
Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
And then I betrayed Dio!
Round 2 of the ambidextrous...
I'm not gonna give my life up for anyone!
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation.
You're welcome.
Ambidex Game.
See, Clover? You got all emotional for nothing. Now you have 9 BP and you can leave. Well, actually, no, you get 0 BP. We all get 0. Never mind. Clover and I walked slowly out of the AB room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own. I looked away before he could make my eye contact.
Sigma, why? After all that stuff you said.
Look! I never was gonna ally anyways.
I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen Betray if I was in your position.
I mean, you were trying to use Betray anyways.
We'll find another way, all right?
Sure.
We just have to keep an eye on Dio.
Yeah, we have to stab him in the throat.
As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too.
Did you tell her?
It's okay. We can trust Alice.
Well, I had to break it to you, Clover. She's already infected, and she's probably gonna go insane real
There's
soon.
no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Sure. Yeah. Okay!
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Wow.
Please.
I didn't actually expect Kay to actually betray him, but Jesus. I mean, Alice could have done it too. Am I the only one with one BP?
What the hell is this?
Sorry, I decided to choose betray.
Oh, so you don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jeez.
Please, just give it back.
Hey, Sigma, what are you talking about?
We found the Excelsior in the laboratory.
Dio stole it.
What? You mean he has it? Right now?
Nah, I don't have it.
What?
Well, I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
The moment the words left his mouth, I knew what he was planning to do. Oh, no, don't! I leapt towards him as he spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket, brought it up, and then I grabbed him and rubbed his face into the broken shards on the ground.
No!
You bastard!
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise.
Kick him in the nuts and break his legs and then neck!
If you chose an ally, this never would have happened. You want to blame someone? Blame yourself.
That's not how this works. I'd had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Bastard! Rah! I let a guttural roar on the forward, only to be stopped by a firm hand on my arm. It was fine.
Hold it.
Why are you stopping me?
This isn't the time for that.
Why not? What do you mean it isn't the
Look
time
at the
for?
number 9 door.
Kay. Okay, Kay wasn't he standing in front of the door. What is he?
No!
His BP is 9.
What?
Suddenly, we were all running toward— No! Fucking turn around, kick Dio in the throat, and then stand on his throat until he was gone. So this is a game over then. Okay. Kind of figured it would be. So I'm assuming we're not gonna die from our BP going to -1 because we're robots. Kay! What the hell are you doing?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious. But if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious. After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen, one of us must escape.
I mean, you're fair. That's correct.
Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable. But as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken him with you.
Yeah,
And what
yeah.
would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do.
This is actually— I'm fine with this.
This is the most logical choice.
I actually agree with you. Can you flip off Dio when you leave too? Also, by the way, we're killing Dio, yes?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Where's Alice?
Wait! Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned. She is only sleeping.
That's rough,
No.
dog.
What did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leap.
Hey, god damn it! Wait!
Dio charged at Kay, but the larger man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed.
The number 9. This ends the Nonary Game.
Woo!
Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked.
Sweet, pantry time!
Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
I mean, it's probably possible, dog. There's literally almost always a way out. They haven't made something that can't be broken out of at this point, it feels like. Game over? Game over. Well, hey. I guess we'll find out what happens when I choose Ally next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.